and hope you're doing awesome. Let me see in the chat real quick if you guys can hear me and if you can see my screen as well right now. Let's see.
Cool. Yes, yes,
Irfan,
yes,
Joseph,
yes.
Jack, Ani, Hope, Joseph, Ray, William, Perry, William, Ron, Dale. Awesome. All right. Well, like usual, we're going to wait a couple minutes to make sure everyone is on. But how did you guys, how was your weekend? Let me know in the chat.
Perry says great. Jim says great. Hope says relaxing. Awesome. Great. Good. Very productive. Work, work, work. Good. Busy with the kids. Good. Awesome. Very cool.
All right, sweet. So this training is all about how to make sales videos. I got a lot of questions. You know, a lot of you guys personally messaged me, which is awesome, inside CBU, and you guys are, trying to figure out how do I make a really good sales video, because you realize that it's really important that it converts, right? We hear this all the time, is that my product needs to convert. So when there's traffic that I send to the product, it actually turns those people into sales. So that's what we're going to be talking about now. But let me see in the chat, how many of you guys did your homework from last week? I see Perry already said he didn't do it. That's okay. All right, a lot of yeses. So last week, we talked all about how to make really good content, right? That's, the training and everything that you're teaching in your course, whether it's an ebook or it's a video course or a membership site. So we talked about how to create really good training. So it's totally cool if you haven't finished everything. What we wanted to make sure is that you got a jump start on your course. So let me see in the chat here. A lot of you guys, Evander, awesome. Iqbal, awesome. Hope, good job. Christy, some of it, that's good. Arlen, yes. Joseph, Simon, awesome. All right. Okay, so it's not about, making sure everything's done right away. It's about getting started and making sure you have that momentum, so you're on the right path. So that is very, very cool. All right, sweet. Well, let's just jump into it. And while we're going over this training, what I want you to know is that it's still completely at your own pace. Okay, so we're going pretty quick, because we want to make sure that everyone that wants to go light speed ahead can do that. So the last training was all about how to create really good content and start making your course and that kind of stuff. So if you're still going through that process, that is totally cool. All the trainings are going to be recorded, so whenever you want to get to your sales video, you can do that. And you should technically do your sales video after your product. So if you're thinking, let me just start making my sales video, that kind of thing, I recommend you do it after your product. And then once you have your product, you've created your sales video, then we're going to show you how to put it all together with the builder, which is going to be really, really cool. So Adam, is there anything else before we jump into it that you wanted to say here?
No, I think the most important thing for today's training, guys, is make sure you got a notepad out and a pen, because there's going to be a lot of note taking for this, because we're going to be going through some very, very cool stuff. But a lot of it you're going to want to write down and make sure you actually understand and have there. So when you're writing your actual sales video, you have your notes to look back at. And again, this live training will be recorded. So if you do want to come back and watch the live training, it will be recorded inside of ClickBank University recording area. So with that being said, I think we're ready to go. And I'll be answering questions in the chat, Justin, while you are talking. So we are good to go.
Sweet. All right, cool. So yeah, like Adam was saying, it is super important that you, take notes here, because what we're going to be talking about is exactly what it is that make products convert. And I'm gonna show you right now, something that is really, really important here. So let me just put this in full mode right now. All right, so this is called the PowerPoint sales video. So it doesn't matter how good your product is if it's not enticing enough to get people to buy it. So a lot of people, they say, I have the best product in the world. It's all about this. And then I see their sales page and they put so much time into their product, which is awesome. You have to have a really good product. But if you don't have a sales page that gets people interested in buying that product, it doesn't matter at all. It's all about the marketing. So that's the number one thing that a lot of people don't realize on the ClickBank platform is that you need to make sure that you convey everything you need on your sales page to get people to buy. Because if you have a great product, that does not mean you're going to have great success. Okay, there's a big difference there, and a lot of people don't realize it, but you do need to make sure that your marketing is good. And that's why we're going to talk about some really key steps. And it's basically a formula that we've used many, many times over and over again to make really hot, great converting, best selling products on ClickBank. Okay, in different niches, this works for any niche. So, conversions are everything. Okay, so let me see in the chat. Well, I guess you guys can see it right now why conversions are so important. And the point is that you make more sales with less traffic. So say I have 100 visitors to my site a day. If my website doesn't convert those visitors into customers, say I have a course all about how to do real estate investing, like my mom is working on right now. Um, Real estate investing is really cool. She's really good at it. But if that sales page doesn't make people want to buy because it doesn't show enough proof, it's not engaging enough, it doesn't really hit the right points, it's not going to matter. And if she sends, 100 people to her sales page, there's a good chance she'll make zero. Even if she sends 1,000 people to her sales page, maybe she'll make one sale. That's a 0.1% conversion rate. That's bad, right? Now, if she had a good conversion rate, like say 2%, which isn't bad, which is pretty good, and that means 2 out of every 100 people that go to her page are going to convert. So instead of making one sale out of 1,000, now she's making 20 sales out of 1,000. So she's making 20 times more money just by having her sales page convert better. It has nothing to do with her product, it has everything to do with the conversions. And the whole point of the ClickBank platform, not the whole point, but a really big, awesome, amazing point of the ClickBank platform is that you have access to hundreds of thousands of active affiliates. These are people who are going to be promoting your products. And the number one thing that affiliates care about isn't how amazing your product is. Okay? It's great the affiliates who care about how good your product is, but the number one most important thing is how well your product converts. Because if I'm an affiliate and I'm going to send 1,000 people to my mom's site, right? I want to make sure that I can make 20 sales. I don't want to make one sale because I have those 1,000 people that I could be sending in other places. So what happens when affiliates start to realize it converts, they promote it really hard, and often they tell other affiliates to do it, and it rises inside the ClickBank marketplace. So let me kind of pause where we are here because I want to really show you this. Let me see right now if I can pull it up here. All right, I'm going to pull up the ClickBank marketplace. Okay, this is where affiliates go to promote different products on ClickBank. And there's all these different categories and all that kind of stuff, and I hope you guys have checked this out. So right now I'm just going to click this magnifying glass thing, and it's going to order it by most popular products. And what I want to see right now is how many of you guys know what gravity is? Let me know in the chat. I know we talked about it. I'm just going to test you guys right now. What is gravity? Yes, yes, yes. You guys know what it is. Okay. So let me see. All right. There it is. Okay. So gravity is basically how popular a product on ClickBank is. It means for every one gravity point, it means one affiliate has made one sale within the month. So right now, the top product has 559 gravity. What that means is 559 affiliates have made at least one sale in the last month. And it doesn't matter if they make 100 sales or 10 sales, it only matters per affiliate. So that is awesome. 559 different people are making sales for this product. All right. And what happens when your product gets more and more popular is it rises inside the marketplace. And the higher it rises in your category, the more exposure it gets to affiliates. Okay. So the higher your product converts, the more affiliates are going to see it, the more they're going to promote it, the higher it's going to go on the rankings, and the more it's going to get promoted again and again and again. And from personal experience, we know that having a top product on ClickBank in your category is extremely awesome. Okay, so you're making sales for a long, long, long time, and you're making a lot of sales. And it doesn't even matter your niche. Look at this. Start potty training. This is a potty training product, and it has 161 gravity. 161 different affiliates are promoting it and making sales. If the average is 10 sales, that product is making 1,600 sales a month. Awesome, right? And it's absolutely crazy. So when people talk about, I have a traffic problem, that's what everyone says is, I have a traffic problem. I can't get enough traffic to my product. In reality, you have a conversion problem because you can't get affiliates to promote it because it's not converting well enough. If you have a product and it converts well, and now that you have the ability to put it on the ClickBank marketplace, you have a huge vehicle to make a lot of sales. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me see. Yeah, what's the most important thing? Let's see here. Conversion, converting. Okay. Yeah. So the most important thing is making sure you can get sales and you have a product that converts, because if it converts, it rises in the marketplace and affiliates get to promote it. Because we don't believe in, having to work super hard and try to make every single sale yourself. It's all about leveraging affiliates and leveraging the ClickBank platform to do most of the heavy lifting for you. So that's why I just want to make sure that you guys got that part, because it's super, super important. So that is what we call the snowball effect in the ClickBank marketplace. So what is a PowerPoint sales video? A lot of people, you guys probably have a good idea, and you've probably seen them in some places, but a PowerPoint sales video is basically a PowerPoint, right? You're just writing text that you would say over the PowerPoint, and that's all it is. It's a PowerPoint sales video presentation where you're writing each slide, slide by slide, and you're talking right over the slides. And you want to make sure that these slides are really clear, and we're going to talk about different aspects, but there's something like making some bold and some bigger and some different colors that keep people engaged. And you're going to want to talk right over the PowerPoint sales video. So let me actually show you real quick here. A good example here, because I think I have one right now. All right, so this is an example that we made for you, so you can check it out. And this is a PowerPoint sales video. So what I would do is I would film my screen using a service like Camtasia. Let me just send you guys that real quick, because that's literally like the only cost as long as you have PowerPoint. Camtasia, Camtasia. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just film myself reading my PowerPoint sales video. So I would just go and make sure it's in the right format, something like this. So I just am filming this big square right here, right? And I'm saying, and I actually talk right over the slide. So I say, here at ClickBank, our mission is to help 1 million people achieve their financial goals online. And that's why you're watching this video right now. It's 2014, and there's no reason you shouldn't be doing something you love and generating an income at the same time. Okay, so that is what a PowerPoint sales video is all about. If you notice, it's engaging because it reaches what are called different modalities, because you're listening to me, you're seeing it, and you're also reading what we're talking about. So that allows you to be really, really engaged. And that's why it converts so well. It's super easy to do, and it converts extremely well here. So let's get back to it. And you'll notice also when you're looking through the marketplace that there are definitely a lot of products that are like this formula. So the reason why we do PowerPoint sales videos is that they're just awesome, right? They convert really well because it keeps people really engaged. They're really easy to make. It's great for your customer, your visitor, because they're super engaging. They're cost effective, right? Instead of making a whole big present, like whole big, sales video of you talking, and maybe you're in a studio, maybe you're going different places. That's cool, but this is super cost effective, right? I buy Camtasia for whatever it is, like 30 bucks. I have PowerPoint already. I type it in myself. I don't need a designer. I don't need a video editor. I don't need a super good video camera, whatever. And I just go ahead and I make my sales video. And they're super quick, which we really love because when something's fast, you can get it out there much quicker, obviously, right? But you can see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and you get results much quicker, which keeps you very engaged and motivated. So now here where the notes come in handy, guys. So I want you to take these out. What we're going to talk about is how to write an awesome PowerPoint sales video. And this is extremely important because if you follow these steps, you'll have a really engaging and high converting sales video. Okay, it still depends totally on the content that you make for the sales video, but this formula is something that we've used over and over again. It's literally the formula for every single sales video we've made. And it's extremely important that you have at least these things inside your sales video if you want to make sure it converts. Okay. So a lot of people, they make a sales video and they just blab about their product. And there's a lot of reasons that's wrong, but follow this kind of structure and, write out each part, each section, and you'll have a full-blown PowerPoint sales video. Before I get into this, kind of to keep everything into perspective, the best sales videos for this are usually around 10 to 25 minutes long. Okay? If you get longer than that, it's tough to keep people engaged. If it's any shorter, it's tough to entice them enough to get them to pay you for your content. Because the whole idea is that they invest their time first, and then they're happy to invest their money for your product. Okay, so you want to hook them in. So number one, the first thing you do, and this is in chronological order. So this is how you start. The next one is the second thing to do. Third thing is right after that, and so forth. So the first thing is the hook. And the way you can do this is you need to get something that really grabs their attention. And we call this a pattern disrupt. Okay? And you have to kind of think like your consumer. And when your consumer lands on your page, they're doing 100 different things, right? They're on Facebook, they probably are reading a text that they're getting, maybe they're at work, maybe they're at home, they are super distracted. And if we know anything, we start to, really not see ads anymore, right? Like when you're passing billboards, you don't even notice them. Ads that are popping up on the side, on Google, on Facebook, you don't even notice them anymore. And the hardest thing to do as a marketer is you need to get someone's attention. And you have less than 10 seconds to get their attention, and you have around 10 seconds to keep their attention. So you have to hook them in and then make sure that you promise them something so that when they watch the video, they'll have a value and they know what that value is right away. Because if you leave that to somewhere else, they're probably going to leave your video. And a great way to add in a hook is to have proof, right? So say my product was about potty training, like we saw in the marketplace. A good hook is, do you wish your baby didn't poop in diapers? I have a proven system that you're going to learn about in this video that has helped this 1-year-old get off diapers within 1 month, right? You have proof, you have a hook, you have value that they're going to watch throughout the video, and that is the hook. Okay, so you need to think about that. That is completely customized to whatever product you have and whatever niche you're in, and what you want to think about right here is what is the biggest need of your consumer? What is the number one thing that, if your consumer saw it and you have 10 seconds to say something awesome, what are those 10 seconds going to be about? That you need to hook them in and say, in this video, you're going to learn how blank. You have to figure that out for yourself and for your niche. So that's number one, is the hook. Super important. Without a hook, most people are going to leave your site within seconds. It's really weird. When you look at like the actual data of your website, you'll see, 90% of people leave within 5 seconds. And all you want to do is try to keep a certain amount of people to be hooked in. Okay, you can't help the vast majority leaving your site. That's just how it works. But you need to hook in so people are like, yeah, maybe I should watch this video. Now, the second thing, and a lot of people miss this, and that's the story. Okay, so right after you have a hook, you need to get into a story and who you are. And you do this by introducing yourself, but the goal of this whole story is to be engaging, as personal as possible, but also show your struggles. So if it was that potty training one, it was, maybe I was, a mother working super hard jobs, and all I wanted was for my kid, who was still, going to the bathroom in diapers, to be able to do it on his own. And, I faced all these struggles, and it was so difficult and frustrating, and this and this and this, and I tried everything and it wasn't working, and then I found a solution. And that is basically the story. Okay, so it's all about being personal, engaging during the story, but it's all about showing the struggles and how you are the same as your avatar, which is what we talked about, which is your like perfect customer, right? Who is the person that represents all your consumers and put into one, right? For the potty training, maybe it's the mom. For you have to figure that out for your product, and then relate to that person, because you probably have faced the same struggles. That's why you found the solution, or maybe it's someone you knew, and you have to think of it like that. And then how you found the solution. You tried this one weird thing, and all of a sudden the baby just started understanding how to do potty training. Okay, so the story is all about introducing yourself, introducing the struggles, and how you overcame them, and how you found an actual solution to the problem that all of your consumers are facing. So number three is that packaging the solution. So now that you've listened to my story, and I found the solution, what I decided to do was make a step-by-step system for moms all over the world. That way they can quickly train their kids to be potty trained, and they get the relaxation that they deserve, or whatever it is. You need to show that you took what you learned and you turned it into a step-by-step solution for the customer. Okay, so that is number three, is taking your story and flowing it into, you decided to make this one thing that's going to really help the consumer. And that's packaging your solution. Number four is talking about the benefits, right? So now that I have this solution, I might have talked about some of the benefits in the story, and a lot of it does blend in, but I need to really hit on the benefits. So I made this step-by-step blueprint so that so that anyone could potty train their kids really quickly, and and hit all of the benefits. A lot of people, they talk about their product like, I made a 47 video, they're 5 minutes each. You're going to learn this feature, this feature, feature. This is the feature, this feature. And a lot of people don't realize that people don't buy things based on the features. They buy things based on the benefits, right? You go to a tire salesman because you have, you got a flat tire and you need to replace it. That tire salesman should not talk about the ridges in the car, and how it's round, and how it's, whatever, 36 inches wide, and this and this and this, and that it's made out of a rubber, and this. What they need to talk about is the benefits, right? It'll go really well with your car. It's really smooth. It's going to last a long time. You're going to get a lot of joy out of it. It's a lot of cost effective. That's what people buy. So that is the benefit. You need to talk to them, to the viewer, and make them relatable to the viewer. And you need to really hit on how it's going to change their life. That's a huge thing that people don't realize, is that people buy solutions so that they see how it changes their life. That's the only reason that your product exists, right? It needs to change their life in a beneficial way, so you need to make sure you hit on that. In marketing, you can't be vague, right? You can't just be like, oh yeah, they already know that the tire is going to be a smooth ride and that's going to be cost effective. You need to really hit on how it's going to change their life, why it's so amazing, and show proof of how it's already changed other people's life. That way your benefits seem more attainable, they seem more realistic, and they know they're real. So have some testimonials in there of how it's changed other people's lives in whatever way, even if it's a small way. And also social proof, which is basically testimonials. Maybe you have a Facebook page, maybe it's just showing faces of people that have it's really helped. And you have to figure those out for yourself, but those are really going to help your benefits actually hit home. It's because people are going to see, who it's actually helped. That way it's a real obvious benefit, and they can see how it would attain to them. After you talk about that, you got to start talking about your offer. So, you talk about all the benefits. It's so amazing, so amazing. Now you talk about your offer. This is where, it gets down to business kind of thing. And you have to get your visitors to turn into customers. And the best things to do here, okay, there's a few. And number one is making sure there's no risk. All right. And ClickBank makes it super easy to do this. And what ClickBank has is a 60-day money back guarantee, right? So your product that goes on ClickBank has a 60-day money back guarantee. So if they're not happy or whatever the reason is, they can, get their money back, which is cool, right? So a lot of times we might be thinking, yeah, that's not cool. What if they're doing it just to make their money back, whatever. Maybe there'll be some people like that, but the vast majority of the time, what that's going to do by taking out the risk is you're going to get way more people to buy. Yeah, you might have some money back that you have to send that ClickBank automatically does for you, but your conversion rate is going to go much higher, and it's going to way outweigh that, those refunds, right? So you take out all the risk. There's no risk. You can get your money back. Just email me. That's fine. I'll be happy to email you. No questions asked, that sort of thing. The second thing is show value. And this is one that is very interesting because value is completely man-made. It's completely up to you to portray value. So value comes in a lot of different forms. One is money, right? You're going to save a lot of money on diapers because your kid is going to be potty trained and they won't need them anymore. That's the money value, right? You're going to save money. And that might not always, be the same. That might not be applicable to your niche. I don't know. Money is cool, but what other values are there? Let me see in the chat. What other, value could you bring for having your kid now be potty trained? Let me know in the chat. What else is there besides saving money? Let's see. So let me know in the chat. I see they're starting to come in. All right, save time, health-wise, less laundry. All right, cool. More freedom, 100%. Awesome, that's a good one, Debbie. Less stress, 100%. Makes your relationship better. Cool. Less odor, yeah. Less cleanup, definitely, Joseph. More self-esteem. Takes time to change a diaper along with the smell. Happier kids, awesome. So those are all things, and you need to hit all of those. So for this, this potty training product, do you want your house to smell better? You're going to save so much time not having to deal with that. You're going to have so much less stress not having to worry about that every second if your kid is going in the diaper, if you have to clean after them. It's so frustrating. You have to hit on all those points. And you're going to hit on a lot of those points in your story, But in the offer, you have to make sure that they see the value, right? It's going to save you so much time. How much is your time worth to you? How much is your stress worth to you? How much is your happiness worth to you? Those are things that have real value. And also, and the real value of you don't have to spend money on diapers, right? That's definitely cool too. So you need to hit on all those value points. And you need to really make it a no-brainer. That's the point of the offer. There's no risk. You're going to save time, money, frustration, stress. You're going to be happier. Your kid's going to be more confident, all these things. And, if you don't like it, get your money back. That's the offer. Pretty good offer, right? No risk, really obvious values. And what you want to do is make sure you talk to your customers, right? Talk to your avatars. Make sure that when you talk about the frustrations, they're things that really exist. Because maybe you are making, a product on, potty training, but you don't know every single mom faces the same thing. I don't know. Probably not, right? So you want to make sure that you talk to your potential customers, your avatar, and you figure out all these things because you want to make sure that you put them all in your sales video. All right, so let's see the next one. Do you guys know what the next one is? I think it's the last one. And let me see in the chat, just guess. What is the last thing you have to do? All right, BJ got it. Cool. Christy, Ray, yeah. Arlen, Honey, Hope, David. Okay, cool. Brian, yeah. All right, the last thing you have to do here is a call to action. All right, and you have to tell them what to do next. If you want this blueprint on making your kid, potty trained in 1 month or whatever it is, and what you need to do right now is click the button below this video and get your copy. Again, it's totally risk-free, and you can hit on the benefits again, but you need to make sure that you end with a call to action. Okay, so click the button below, join, and tell them what to expect once they join. Once you join, you're going to get login details to the membership site where you're going to see step-by-step exactly how to train your kid to learn how to be potty trained. And I'll see you on the next page. So go ahead, join. You're going to fill out a ClickBank order form, and it's super secure. And once you do that, you're going to get login details instantly so you can get started on potty training your kid. All right, the call to action. Now, a lot of people think, again, oh no, they see the button below, I don't have to tell them. By telling people to click the button, and even the button may be saying, click to join, or click to add to cart, or click here to, potty train your kid, that really, really helps. It's super important to have a call to action. And you want to be super clear, and you want to repeat it. You don't want to say it once, click the button below, and I'll see you later. You say, click the button below, and you're going to get login details and this and this. So click the button right below this video, and I'll talk to you later. And that's why people repeat things. The important things you want to repeat, and that way it really sticks in people's heads. So that is the call to action. So a quick jump back and a quick overview. So you got to hook them in the beginning, right? Right away, hook them in. Number 2, suck them into a story that's personal, engaging, and shows your struggles, how you overcame those obstacles, and how you found a solution. Then talk about how you're going to package that solution and give it to them. That way they don't have to go through your struggles, they don't have to go through your obstacles, and they save all this time, frustration. And that's when you start talking about the benefits, and have testimonials in there. Have proof if you can get it, okay? Work on that because that's really going to help. Talk about how it's going to change their life, and then talk about the actual offer, how it's risk-free. There's all this value. It's a no-brainer. They can refund if they want by emailing you, all that kind of stuff. And then the call to action. Okay, great. If you want to save time, save money, have less frustration, be happier, and have your kid potty trained, click the button below, and I'll talk to you on the next page. But click the button below and get this product for whatever it is. It's only $37, and it's going to save you so much time. What's your time worth to you? You can talk about the benefits and the value and all that stuff again, but just make sure that your call to action is super clear. And that is it. That is the formula of how to write an awesome PowerPoint sales video. Okay, so I hope you guys took notes there, because it's something that took us a while to learn and to make sure that we completely understood and tested and tried to not a hook and tried something else and tried skipping around in the story. And this is the formula that really did it for us. So what you have to do is think of it as your product in your niche, as your consumer, and write down all these different steps and then fill in the blanks. All right, so let me know in the chat if this all makes sense. Say yes, awesome, cool, whatever. All right. All right, excellent, absolutely. Thanks, Patrick, Chris, Tony, Arlen, Andrew, Ray, David, BJ, Christy, Ronwin, William, Jack, BJ. Okay, cool. All right, so now that you guys get that, your homework for next week is to finish up your product if you can, okay? And then start your PowerPoint sales video if you already finished your product. So next week we'll be, we're going to talk about stuff, but hopefully it'll give you a little bit of time to catch up, finish your product. You have a whole week. Don't try to make everything perfect. Just try to get it done first. That way you can continue to the next thing. And yeah, so that is your homework, is to lay out all these things and start writing your sales video and finishing your product. Finish your product first though, okay? And yeah, so Adam, is there anything before we open it to Q&A for everyone here?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. So I am just ready. I've been answering questions this whole time. So now that we're going to Q&A, keep the questions coming. I'll keep answering.
Awesome. All right, so let us know if you have any questions about the PowerPoint sales video process, if you have any questions about conversions, anything else that you want to talk about, and we're going to do our best to answer all of these. And yeah, so let us know in the chat. All right, Leno. Which part of the process should you show your sales video? Should it be on the squeeze page, the thank you page, or like on the sales video page? Well, this is, you don't have to have this at all if you're collecting leads and that kind of thing. It's just for your product. So you want to have it just on the place right before they buy. So that way they can click the button and buy. All right, do you have an outline of this presentation? Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it up inside the CBU members area under recorded trainings. The video is going to be there, and also this PowerPoint, okay? And that way you can just open it up and use it and that kind of thing. I always love when you guys take notes though, because it helps you, really understand what you're doing and what you need to do. All right, here's a good one. Jack, how do we price our product? Well, inside CBU, there is a video there about pricing your product. It's under, the beginner section, and there should be a video there called pricing or something like that. And what you want to do though for pricing, just to kind of sidetrack, is you want to go on the ClickBank marketplace and see what your competition is pricing at, and probably price at the exact same price. You want to test different pricing though, with split testing once you get advanced like that. But for now, check out the marketplace, check out what your niche is, because all these niches are different, and you want to price according to your competition, because that's usually a tested price, and that's what's converting best for them, and it also makes you competitive. So that's what I would say. All right, what is the good pricing for a typical sales funnel with maximum upsells? Um, I think the maximum upsell that you can do that's like typically approved is like 197 $197. All right, so let me show you guys how I film every one of these here. It's with a thing called Camtasia, and there's other ones. Cool thing here is that there's a free trial, so literally you can probably create your whole thing using the free trial. So that's you could go for that. So Camtasia, it's by TechSmith. So I'm going to send everyone this link right here, and you guys can check it out. Um, and yeah. All right, what's the best place to position the call to action? So what you should do is, check out the marketplace for anytime you have questions about like kind of the format of stuff. But Joseph, what we almost every single time do is the call to action button is right below the video. So it's literally right after. Hey, William. Yeah, definitely. Go for it. All right. How do I catch up? I fell behind. Sorry about that, David. Yeah, so it's all about going inside the recorded trainings, and you'll see all of those trainings right there, and that way you can go at whatever pace you want for those. um, and yeah, so go at your own pace. I don't want you guys to feel rushed. If your product isn't done and you're freaking out that you have to start your sales video, don't do it like that. It's totally at your own pace. Finish your product and whatever your content is, your videos, your ebook, whatever that is, and then you can work on the sales video. And then what we're going to do is show you exactly how to put it all together with the site builder, because that's kind of the last step to put all the content together. All right, Jim, where can we go in ClickBank to see an actual example of a good sales page? So when you go to clickbank.com and you click on Marketplace, and then you search anywhere on the marketplace, as long as it's still ordered by popularity, which is how it almost always is, then any of the products there are going to have good sales pages. even if it's ugly. And that's why the site builder is really cool, because you just plug in your sales video, plug in some of your content, and you'll have a full blown, high converting, proven to convert sales page. But they're really simple. It's a video and a button below it. That's 90% of the highest converting products. Thanks, Shane. Great webinar. Going to get on it. Yeah, so you guys have to think, right after the training, you learn all this stuff. Go ahead, implement it. The more times that you say, yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow, the more times procrastinate. And the best way to succeed, and the number one thing that all the successful people in the world have in common, is once they learn something, they instantly, almost instantly, put it into action. Angelo, so what happens if there's a money back guarantee to a client and the affiliate has already been paid? Well, ClickBank sets it all up for you. So literally, you can't lose money. ClickBank will automatically have a holding of money, and that way it all works out. So the affiliate won't get paid if there's a refund. And there's some questions here about the site builder. So it's all 100%, it integrates into CBU. That way, it's automatically, unlike other membership sites, is that you have to set up APIs, and you have to do some other weird stuff to make it work, and you have to add all the ClickBank disclaimers and have all the pages automatically, you know, qualified for ClickBank, and there's all these little things to do. The site builder basically puts all those things and automatically sets that up as a template. That way, it's really easy. You plug in your video, you put in your buy button link, and you have a sales page that can actually get approved. All right, can I use PowerPoint without Camtasia? So Camtasia is what records your screen. So if you have PowerPoint and you want to use a different screen recording software, that's completely up to you. All right, Juan, do you have or use a standard persuasion vocabulary? No. I mean, when I write sales videos and sales copy, which is like the actual content in your sales video, it's just, it's just words that we use. It's just every day. And it's more about the ideas, it's more about the visualization that makes people convert, and making sure you hit on their struggles and you hit on the benefits, and you really just make it a no-brainer as an offer. And that is how we get people to convert. We don't really use loaded words and things like that. Yeah. All right, is this a good funnel? 47 to 97 to 197 to 47 a month. So BJ, you want to think that is a good start. What you want to think about is what's important to you. So if your recurring is important to you, you want to make sure that's the first upsell. Because as people go through your funnel, they're going to start saying no, and they're going to leave the page and that kind of thing. So your first upsell is always what's going to get more sales. So, it could be maybe you flip it to, so 47 is your first upsell per month. That way, you get people on a recurring. That's one of my favorite things to do. Or I would say put the 197 as the front end. All right, I fear that if it's recurring, gravity might be low. So as long as upsell, it's not the front end offer, it won't affect gravity at all. So, you know, as long as it's upsell one and people still like promoting it and they're making sales, it won't. If you're talking about EPC, which is something that affiliates care about a lot, which is earnings per click, which means if I send 100 people, I want to make sure I get a $1 EPC, which means I make at least $1 per person I send to the site, then it's better to have upsell one be a really high product, like a 197. So if that's what you mean, then yeah, you're kind of right about that part. But if you can get it to convert and it's recurring, it's all the better for you and the affiliate. All right, here's one. I bought emails. I want you guys to know that buying emails and that kind of thing. If you ever see that, that's usually a red flag for us. We never try to do that kind of stuff because first of all, you need to make sure that it's based on permission. So people have opted into your list for you to be able to send them products and stuff like that. And that's the biggest thing. Why does the cost of a sale always end in 7 or 9? Perry, great question. Like you guys see like $37, $47, $39, $49, 67, 77, 97. That reason is because people just started doing it and it starts to get very recognized that that's what a price of a product should be. I don't really know why. It does convert better for some reason because what happens, the mentality is kind of like how all the stores do, like, $4.99 or 95 cents. And people are like, oh, it's $4. But in reality, it's $5, So when you do 49, people are still thinking, oh, it's 49. It's not 50. And I think that is one of the reasons why. All right, here's a good one. So if it's like a sleep better product, is it better to say, get a quick nap, let your stress go, or talk about getting good sleep? So what you want to talk about is, always hit the benefits. So sleeping well is not a benefit, it's a feature. You know, what you want to talk about is the benefits of sleeping well. You'll have more energy, you'll be more productive, you'll be thinking better, you'll have better relationships, that kind of thing. Those are benefits. Yeah, so the most popular front end prices, BJ, are like 37, 47 are usually what they are. And you can, always split test different things if you want. That way you can really see what is a better price. You never know, even by copying other proven to convert things, you never know until you split test, which we talk about in the advanced section. Here's a cool one, David. So the pricing has to do something with familiarity. I saw a case study about it. It's If it's a number, like an even number, it looks different. And that's true. Think about if there's a product and you're like, it costs $48. It's really weird, right? $42. It's a very weird number. And I think we're just used to, those odd numbers. That makes people more um, kind of, it doesn't put up a red flag for some reason because they're used to it. All right, here's a good one, John. What's better, delivery for a video course, a full download, or a site they have to log into to access the videos? And we always do the login to access the videos instead of like a download the video course, because what happens when you download it is a lot of times people will just post it. Maybe they'll post it on YouTube, or maybe they'll try to sell it themselves, and it's just kind of weird. So we always like they log in and they stream it, and that way, if they do want to cancel their account or whatever it is, you can actually lock them out. So the site builder, is all about doing the streaming, and so your customers will automatically get login details, and it's all set up. It's really advanced in that respect. It's going to email them, they get login details, they log in with their username and password that they're given, and it's unique to them and all that kind of cool stuff. Dude, Juana, cool idea. Do you guys have any email swipe campaigns? That way we can send it to our list. Yeah, so we'll probably come up with something like that. That way, once they, opt in, you can have an idea of things to send them. I think we have a video or two about that, but we might work on creating a whole set of swipes. That would be cool. Oh, and by the way, a lot of people worry about this, and I kind of wanted to clear it up. Is like, how do I protect myself? If people are going to copy my ebook, or copy my videos, or this or this. And the first thing is that you're automatically protected by publishing something online. Once you publish something online, you're showing the online world and the world that it's you that put it out there. So people aren't supposed to take it. But you could again check with the internet, Google that if you want. But the biggest thing is that it doesn't matter. That's the biggest thing. So people are gonna always try to do weird stuff. Even if you don't have a download video, people can Camtasia your videos and put them up on YouTube. And there's all sorts of crazy stuff people can do. But you can't let that bother you, because it's always going to be a very, very small percentage. Does Gucci care that, going into China, people are selling fake Gucci bags or Rolexes? They're not really worried about that, because it's a small percent, and maybe it's not a small of a percent, but for them. But in general, it's a small percent, and it doesn't really affect you. And you have to just focus on, getting your customers and that kind of thing, especially if you don't have a huge brand like a Rolex or something like that. All right, they're kind of going down here. Let us know if there's any more questions. I'm going to try to type some answers in as well. All right, Yeah, this webinar will be posted in the recorded sessions. Ron, what we try to do is every like the day after. So by the end of tomorrow, the webinar will be up in there. I'm all done for today, guys. Thanks a million. Thank you, Perry. And by the way, guys, when you guys are writing to us and, maybe we don't get to every question, you could always email cbu@clickbank.com. That's cbu at clickbank.com for any questions you have, because we do have hundreds of people on, and there's hundreds and hundreds of questions every training session. So just wanted to let you guys know that we do have instructors there for you to ask, so you can ask any questions you want. People that are inside at ClickBank right there waiting for you. So all right, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. All right, thanks, guys. Great job, Daryl. Thank you, BJ. Great questions. All right, where's the elusive chat box? You're writing in it, Timothy. All right, all right. Well, I think that is it. Adam, is there anything you wanted to kind of recap or say? And by the way, before we end, the homework is to try to get your product done, your core product, and start working on your sales video. Next training will be really good training, and it will give you a little bit of extra time. That way you can finish up your product, finish up your sales video. So that is what you have to do for the next week. But Adam, is there anything else before we close it here?
Nope. I think we basically covered everything. And thank you, everyone, for coming on to the live training today. Make sure you guys get out there and try this. And hopefully, you took enough notes. And if you didn't, the recording is inside of ClickBank University. So you can definitely rewatch it there tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Well, have a great night, and we'll talk to you next week. Get to it, okay? Taking action is the biggest thing you have to do, and stay with it. That's the second thing, is making sure that you stick with it. And yeah, awesome job, guys. And I'll talk to you soon. See ya.
Cool. Sounds good, everyone. See ya.